Phew! I think I need to lie down in a darkened room and a cup of tea. Or, to put it another way, hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Cassandra has just finished talking to John Robert. Finished because she's blocked him. I was exhausted, so will you be by the end of this video. So I suggest that you get yourself a cup of tea or coffee, get some snacks, put your feet up, fasten your seatbelt, and prepare for a bumpy ride. Because Cassandra would like to introduce you to John Robert. Hello, how you doing? He said, sending a photograph. Good morning. Morning, how's your night? Thanks for accepting my message. Where are you originally from? Random question, why? I'm originally from out Mangalinia. Wow! How is life treating in the city of Mangalinia? I'm originally from New York. Nice to meet you, Cassandra Higgins. Can we be friends and really get to know each other more, if you don't mind? Oh, you're going to get to know him a lot more, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea. I haven't lived there for 60 years. We can try. I really don't care where you're originally from. Where are you now? Lower Manhattan in New York. Are you married, or do you have kids? Neither. Widowed? Been single for 4 years now. What about you? How long have you been single? I've always been single. Still working or retired? I run the family estate. I breed rare breed cattle, horses and ponies. What do you do? A, an accountant. He copied from his list. And B, what kind of accountant? I work with a company here in New York. Do you live alone? An accountancy company, or in the accounts department of another company? Yes. I'm the account department in another company. Same here. Do you enjoy being lonely? What? Oh, okay, just one of them. I guess it isn't a very large company, she said in reply to him saying, I'm the account department. And in reply to him saying, do you enjoy being lonely? She said, idiotic question, how old are you? 16? With a list of ridiculously wombled questions. I have no idea how Cassandra hasn't been put in jail for this conversation, and it wouldn't surprise me if she does get jailed. LOL, what do you mean? Just being alone sometimes gets bored. What do you during your free time? I work hand in hand with my fellow colleagues. I don't even know what that means. It's a partnership job. Do you mean you aren't the accounts department and there's more than one of you? Yes, definitely. I can't do the job alone. Need assistance. What about you? Do you run the family business alone? So you were exaggerating when you said I'm the account department. I have a farm manager, a housekeeper, a farm secretary, a yard manager and a farmhand. But you do go there time to time to check on the farm, because they might be extorting from the farm unknownly to you. I live here. Extorting? What on earth are you talking about? I meant maybe you don't live close to the farm. No, extorting. What do you mean by that? That has nothing to do with where I live. It means there might be taking the money gotten from the farm without your knowledge. You must keep a close watch. Am open-minded, very health-conscious, cheerful. I'm very sincere in finding my other half in the near future. If you are similarly sincere and looking for a good man, you're in the wrong place. Move on now. No, he didn't say that, obviously. Then I hope you will give me a chance. I'm down to earth, loving, very respectful, and know how to treat a woman. But he forgot to copy and paste the rest. What do you go for in a man you want? Okay, he said, in reply to her saying that extorting has nothing to do with where she lives. Do you know something I don't? She said, in reply to him saying there might be taking money gotten from the farm. That's a very, very odd thing to say. Are you an undercover investigator? And in reply to him saying, what do you go for in a man? She said, someone who's intelligent, well-educated, can have an interesting intellectual conversation, who isn't using a list of silly copy-and-paste questions and answers. Definitely no! LOL, in reply to her asking if he knew something she didn't. So what are your plans for today? Yawn, I'm working. What are your plans for today? Same here, we'll be going to work today around 9. Had breakfast yet? Grow up. Did you read what type of man I said I like? It's almost 11 a.m. and I'm at work. What do you think, Einstein? Common! It's 6 a.m. here. You're ahead of me in time. That isn't common. Definitely! So tell me more about yourself and your family. Any siblings or relatives? I have a brother and 2 nephews. Am a loving, caring, honest and faithful man that have been a widow for 3 years. Remember that, but I'm about to be tired of life, because since my late wife's death, I've been alone with my kids. Sorry I didn't tell you I have a daughter. I know that love really exists, and I'm look for that kind of love man that would love me with all her heart. I'm really tired of loneliness, and only surviving child of late parents. I'm an orphan, was raised by aunt. She died a few years after I got out of college. Why is wife in uppercase? Which isn't anymore because he's edited it. How old are you? Were you separated from your wife before she died? Because she died 3 years ago. But remember, a few messages ago, he'd said he'd been single for 4 years. I'm 59. How old are you? Is my keyboard. Why did you delete? Because I accidentally typed one word and then hit enter. You're 59. 59. And you're telling me you're an orphan, like a small boy. Hey! I was an orphan. I lost both parents. What don't you understand there? Definitely not getting you right now. Not getting that you're talking like a kid, not a mature adult. I don't understand why you're talking like a small boy, not a mature man. You're sounding more like an investigator. Are you really as thickly wombled and brainly twaddled as you sound? That's what a teenage kid would say, not a mature man. Just getting to know you, dear. Do you get upset easily? Yes, I'm getting to know you as a teenage kid. Do you find it difficult to pretend to be a mature man? I'm a man who works a lot and is ready to start getting out more. I'm a pretty aggressive personality and I take everything I do seriously, although I can joke around while doing it. I love music and movies. I love to cook and enjoy good restaurants. I love sports and I like games. I like to be challenged, you're about to be, and enjoy people who are willing to hang in there with me for a good discussion or debate. I always seek knowledge and love to learn new things. You have a lot to learn, pal. What about you? I like existential polymorphism and international winkle picking. What kind of games do you like? My favourite physical activities: baseball, softball, basketball, boating, sailing, rafting, snow skiing, swimming, diving, water polo. You watch them or take part? I do the both either way it goes. Do you love cooking? How old are you? How on earth do you have time to take part in all of those? I don't believe you. I'm 65. Weekend! Not all the time. You cannot possibly have time to do all those at weekends. You're exaggerating to try to impress me and failing miserably. Basically, I just take part in the basketball because it's my favourite. And I repeatedly say basketball throughout this video. And yes, even I know the difference between baseball and basketball, but my brain kept saying basketball. It's because you're being way too weird right now, like you calling me a liar. Definitely. Who wouldn't want to impress a woman like yourself? So adorable. Can I have a picture of you if you don't mind? Well, exaggerating isn't impressive at all. It's the action of a teenager, not a mature man. My picture is here on Facebook if you don't mind. Just a picture of you smiling? So you thought you'd tell even more lies? Now, do you want to tell me which sports you really honestly take part in, please? The baseball. What about you? OK, so everything else was a lie, deeply unimpressive. I don't have time for sports. No way, wasn't a lie. OFGS, yes it was. You cannot possibly take part in all of those sports. Now you tell me you play baseball. Just told you my favourite sports. Doesn't mean I do all in one day. So everything else was a lie. You cannot possibly have time to take part in all those sports at weekends. You have one last chance to tell me honestly and truthfully which sports you really take part in. Use it wisely or you're blocked. You're right. I won't argue with you. So you lied, and then lied again by telling me you didn't. What kind of man are you? Contacting a lady and telling her a whole load of ridiculous untruths. Who even does that? Cassandra! Can we take this slowly? You asked me a question, right? Stop changing the subject. What are your favourite sport activities? Either apologise properly like a real gentleman for lying or go away. I already told you. I told you mine mean either I do some or I just watch them, not all the time, and okay, if I did wrong, I'm sorry. That is not a proper apology, you lied. Either apologise properly like a real gentleman or go away. Final chance. You're right, and I'm wrong, Cassandra. I'm sorry for lying. I did all during weekends. Please I ask for your forgiveness. I can't possibly do all that one day either, so I'm sorry. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. It wouldn't happen again, okay, I promise. Grow up. You cannot possibly do all of those in an entire year of weekends. You're a terrible liar. I hope not, she said in reply to him saying it wouldn't happen again. Forgiving is divine, he said. Now please tell me honestly and truthfully, which of those sports do you genuinely, really, actually take part in? Forgiveness is for God / Allah, I'm neither. What's your religion? Now please tell me honestly and truthfully, which of those sports do you genuinely, really, actually take part in? I'm a member of the Order of the Great Plains Bison. Swimming! Just swimming. The rest I watch them on TV. So even saying basketball was a lie. You really do need to improve your ability to tell the truth. I'll just assume most of what you say is made up, then it won't matter anyway. No, darling, don't say that. It's true, or has been so far. My favourite physical activities. Baseball, softball, basketball, boating, sailing, you know this one, sailing, rafting, snow skiing, swimming, diving, water polo. Darling, there are activities. No, we've agreed most of those were lies. Don't start again. I love... You really do have some serious delusional issues, don't you? I think you need help. Yes, definitely, I would love to try more of them during my free time. We ain't perfect. Definitely, we're humans. We make mistakes. But I understand. You say what's in your head because you have difficulty with reality. Darling! Don't you think you're being harsh with your words right now? I said I'm sorry already. I'm not your darling, and I'm being honest with you and trying to help you. Yes, she said in reply to him saying I said I'm sorry already. Then you told me the same set of delusions again. Do you see a doctor for your problems? I'm sure they'd be able to help you. Okay, it's all right. Am I forgiven? No, that's irrelevant. Forgiveness is for God / Allah, and I'm neither. You need to work on your issues so they don't continue. Okay, dear, my favourite sport outdoor is swimming. Definitely. But you seem like an angel. That's good. You've managed to say the same thing twice. Did it hurt when you fell down from heaven? Oh dear, are you on medication for your delusions? You really do need serious help, don't you? Is that why you told me you're an entire accounts department? Are you off sick from work? It's a fun question. You were supposed to say no, I didn't. I landed well. Oh, ha, ha. I meant to say I worked in one of the account departments. You should know I made a mistake there. You've done nothing but make mistakes. I'm not sick. I'm sorry. I think of coffee right now. What kind of company do you work for? As in, what does the company do? Clearly you are, she said, in reply to him saying I'm not sick. Maybe you need extra support to help you realise just how serious your problems are. It's not bad if it comes from you. Iron sharpens iron, he said sagely. In all you do, correct me when I make mistakes. That's one the qualifications I need a woman I want. What? Replied Cassandra. You need more coffee. That was meaningless twaddleishness. Myself, I am spiritual, religious, and a Catholic. I'm straightforward, strong-willed, and therefore I don't smoke at all. I believe in treating others as I like to be treated. Oh, so you want me to tell you as many daft untruths as you told me? Okay, this could be fun. LOL! My God! No, definitely. We're having a wonderful time here, talking to each other. Okay, no, dear. Let's be real here. No more talking like a teenager, nor lies or games. But you just told me I believe in treating others as I like to be treated. Was that another lie? We're two matured adults, seeking one goal, definitely at first, trying to impress you, but now I should end the jokes. Seems you don't like them. No, definitely. That's me for you. I have no idea what he meant by that. I don't call telling me a load of unbelievable untruths jokes. Definitely, you're right. You definitely need help with your delusions. We can't keep arguing on one particular issue that I can just make stop to now and continue our honest and straightforward conversation. Okay, so I apologise for my wrong words and uncalled for lies. Promise, from now on, nothing but the truth. Honestly. I look forward to that honest and straightforward conversation. I hope so. So how's your day going at work? Are you stressed out? Well, tell me, how are you feeling right now? What on earth do you think? I'm in the office making up the farm accounts, doing some ordering and filling in a load of forms online. I stressed you a little, I guess. LOL. Not even remotely funny. He sent a sort of middling face. How's your day going at work? Oh, didn't we agree you're off sick? Definitely. I will send an email. You will be off today. I will tell you then the truth. My friend Cassandra says I need a day off work. Need some assistance? I'm not off today. I'm in the office, she said, in reply to him saying, definitely I will send an email. You will be off today. You don't work for me. Definitely not from someone as incompetent as you, she said in reply to him asking if she needed assistance. Oh, that was much. What? Are you drunk? Please, can you stop right now? Is this how you handle issues like this? Then stop typing nonsense. What issues? The ones around you being drunk and delusional. Doesn't warrant such words from you. So you are drunk. You should have some good in you. But you are unwilling to admit it. You need to address your problems, not deny them. Not dwelling on the past, I admit I lied and I said sorry, but you just take it personally. And now you're typing meaningless nonsense like this. Oh, that was much, because you're not sober. I'm sober. I was sober at first, but you just keep raining words on me. Please have the courtesy to go and get sober, and then come back and message me again when you're coherent. Please, I'm sorry, said our very sorry man. So you keep saying, let that slide and pass by. I admit my mistakes. No, please stop typing nonsense. It was you that said you wanted truth, honesty, then typed a load of nonsense. So please treat me with respect and courtesy. Jesus is Lord. So what best describes your personality? Tell me. Irrelevant comment. I don't tolerate fools and liars. What best describes yours? I'm straightforward and don't have time for games. My personality is best described as I am artistic, humorous, witty, intellectual, low maintenance, giver, sensitive, nurturing, loving, practical, romantic, self-confident, serious, responsible, sophisticated, worldly. Definitely, in reply to her saying she didn't have time for games. That's one thing I will learn and do from now on. We know most of that isn't true. Please tell me a sensible list of personality traits. It's true. That's me for you. And if you must copy and paste, at least add spaces between the words. Copy and paste what? What do you think, Einstein? The weather report? At least add spaces between the words to help make it look as if you wrote it yourself. Or maybe write a proper list of your own personality traits. We know that intellectual and serious aren't true, nor is humorous witty, whatever that even means. Cassandra! John, please tell me your real personality. Sorry. So you keep saying. Okay, I'm deeply sorry. Can't keep on arguing with you. On my sins. Please tell me your real personality in your own words, then stop sinning. My personality are simple. A giver, trying to be much honest and sensitive, nurturing and loving, in practical, romantic and self-confident. Okay, you need to try harder to be much honest. Definitely will. I hope so. Absolutely. I don't know what practical romantic is, but I know you won't tell me if I ask. Trying to be romantic to a woman. Okay. Are you romantic? Oh yes, deeply, passionately and unconditionally. I'm very romantic. Do you love unconditionally? No. For me, there's no other way. What's more important to you? Love or money? Money. For me, it's love, but money makes it easier. Have you ever been unfaithful to your mate? Excuse me. What a deeply inappropriate question, and I'm not an animal that mates. You can be very rude, so claiming you're sensitive was yet another untruth. I never meant it that way. Met what? You mean you haven't had a relationship before, whereby you cheat on your partner? That's the most ridiculous connection to make. Go away, you're rude and definitely non-sensitive. You're an inappropriate weirdly diddle. Goodbye. Okay, you know what? You're so mean. Assume that means you habitually cheat. Haven't really seen someone as yourself before. You do nothing but lie and ask deeply inappropriate questions, so either grow up and act like a mature man, or go away. Choice is yours, and you only have one chance. Use it wisely, and think carefully about your answer. No, you're the one who needs to grow up. You're getting old, and still don't have a man in your life. Doesn't that show how self-centered you are? You should repent, or you go to hell where demons reside. Certainly you're not a Christian. You don't sound like one who even believes in God, definitely. From all indication, you're so mean with this attitude. Will you ever find a man? Okay, that's it. Goodbye. Ask yourself that question. Feel free to babble on to yourself, but she's going to relent. You'll be glad she did. Wait! I know why you're like this. Who told repeated untruths? Who repeatedly apologised, then told me porky pies, then apologised again, then told even ridiculously wombled lies? No! You nag a lot. So this is the final goodbye. You're welcome to moan on to yourself. From all indication, I never told a lie. It was all true. You just find faults on what isn't there, or one to show for. How can you be single all your life? What does that mean? Did you think I will believe that you... How can a full-grown, definitely should be a grandma be single since she was born? I don't believe that. You started the lie, so end it, please. OK, we can sort this out. Definitely, what do you think? And then Cassandra relented. I think you're a lying narcissist. You lied. You admitted you lied. You lied! You, not me, she said, in reply to him saying you started the lie, so you have to end it. And in reply to him saying, what do you think? She said, you're nothing but a lying, narcissistic bully. You even apologised for telling a load of untruths. A fake apology. So how do we sort this out? And stop lying? If you don't know how to stop telling untruths, then I can't help you. OK, I'm done. Let's be real from now on. And I know you'll continue, because pathological tellers of stories never change. No more lies. Agreed. And that'll be a first. I can hardly wait for you to be real. We can continue, definitely. No more lies. We'll see. So what are you doing? And no more typing meaningless twaddleness that sounds as if you're drunk, please. OK. Wondering why you are such a twaddle dump. What are you doing? I'm just wondering how to change right now and realise more and be more of myself. How old did you say you are? 59, and you're 65. So you reached the grand old age of 59 and have only just realised that being a pathological teller of untruths isn't a good thing. You're almost totally unbelievable, really, aren't you? I know. Tell me where you studied accountancy. Please, darling. Can we start over again? I'm not your darling. Yes. So tell me where you studied accountancy. No lies this time. You're going to be honest, remember? Or was telling me you're an accountant also not true? You don't like me, then why are we having this conversation? I must say I love your level of intelligence. Definitely. There's nothing I will tell you now you're going to believe isn't true. Your mind is made. Please tell me where you studied accountancy. Third time I've asked. Los Angeles, California University. What about you? Which college did you attend? No, where? Which college, university, school, department? A minor in accounting? Where? It shouldn't be a difficult question. Which college, stroke university, stroke school, stroke department? USC, University of South Carolina. Thank you. You're going to make a research? Don't be childish. Why did I have to ask so many times? I'll make you ask your next question 4 times before I give a proper answer. It was you that said you wanted to start again. Then you make me ask a simple question 4 times. How? Master of Business Taxation, to be precise. In reply to him saying how, she said by not answering until I'd asked 4 times. Anyway, you have to ask your next question 4 times. Why? Cassandra, can you stop this? Because you made me ask 4 times. No, you stop this. It was you that made me ask 4 times. You're smart. I agree with you on that. But please, we're having a lovely conversation. Don't ruin it. And it was you that said you wanted to start again. We're not having a lovely conversation. And it was you that ruined it by making me ask 4 times. You did that, not me. And it was you that said you wanted to start again. Stop acting like a pathological narcissist, although obviously you are one. Seems you're not in a good mood. And then, I think, a man handed his phone to a mate, although later on you might disagree, because he then said, Hello! How are you doing? And if you look at the screen, there was absolutely no time lapse in the conversation there at all. What? Your mate couldn't think of anything else to say, so he gave his phone to you. Let's start again. What mate? You keep saying that. The one who made a total idiot of himself by saying hello. I'm from New York, Lower Manhattan. Random statement, but nice to meet you. What do you do for a living? Definitely. I'm not married. Was married before we got divorced after 6 years, said the man who previously told her his wife died 3 years ago. We had some issues with couldn't live with. And pleased you're definite about not being married. It would be a bit odd to be undecided. Definitely, because we had issues. That's why most people get divorced. We got asked for a divorce. You didn't tell me what you do for a living, she said, because she thought she was talking to someone else. I still think she might have been. I'm an accountant, currently working with the OEG Resource Company, have a 35 years experience in the field. What about you? What's your profession? Hasn't changed. What do you do for a living? Still hasn't changed. I told you the truth, he said randomly. Irrelevant. What hasn't changed? What I do for a living. Okay. Do you live alone? Or do you have pets? He said, sending a photograph of 2 cats. Those are my pets. I have 3 dogs, 4 cats, 36 chickens, 24 Highland cattle, 23 Shetland ponies, 14 Shetland cattle, 28 belted Galloway cattle and 12 Welsh mountain ponies, plus 6 donkeys and 18 fell ponies. Oh, you're blessed, I must confess. I know. Tell me if you enjoy sports. I don't have time for all that. I have an estate to run. I do enjoy sports, but don't have time. What about you? I just told you. So even swimming and basketball were lies. I knew they were. You haven't told me anything truthful at all so far, have you? Or your mate didn't. But he was just a brain-dead moron. Hey! Are you just concluding? No, I'm not concluding. He was. You haven't heard from me. What mate are you talking about? The one I was talking to earlier, who told me he swims and plays basketball, and about a dozen other sports as well. Now you tell me you don't have time. I tend to believe you, not him. Definitely, because my work keeps me busy. Yes, you sound much more believable. So how do you take care of all this breeds? You work alone? That's a whole lot for just yourself. So how long have you been into poultry? And real estate, as you said. Did you get busy? We can talk later, because I went to make a cup of tea. Are you here? I never said real estate. Oh, estate. I have the same staff I had when you asked me before, or your mate asked. Okay, when you go anywhere? Are you usually on time? What a childish question. When you go into the garden, do you usually remember to shut the door? When dining out? What food do you enjoy? When reading stories, do you usually read out loud? Not everyone is usually on time. I'm almost there. Let me know when you arrive. How? In reply to her saying what a childish question. When? So what do you do during your free time? I don't have any. What do you do? Read, listen to music, or watch a movie? Not watching sport. Why? Why not? I'm asking you, but I don't know what you're asking. I mean, what's your favourite movie? No, you don't. You never even mentioned that before. No, I did. That's true, but you have to ask 4 times, remember, because your mate made me ask my last question 4 times. I thought you'd have forgotten about that. Why would I forget? That's what he did. Definitely. I'm talking to you. Yes, I think you definitely are, unless this is all a dream and I'm hallucinating. And I also ask you a question. Yes, and you have to ask it 4 times. You're in the real world? Can you count up to 4? Please stop that. You made me ask 4 times, so it's only fair that I do the same. How can you ask someone a question 4 times? You made me do it, so I'm sure you can manage it. And I'm saying you should ignore that. You know, do as you would be done by. You did it. Ignore the fact that you made me ask 4 times. Why? The sooner you ask 4 times, the sooner we can move on and talk about something else. So I suggest you stop whining and moaning like a small boy and get on with it. 'Cause that's ridiculous. I agree, it was completely ridiculous, but you still did it. So you admit to being ridiculous. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You just did. The sooner you ask 4 times, the sooner we can move on and talk about something else. So I suggest you stop whining and moaning like a small boy and get on with it. That's wrong. Oh, you don't want to move on. Or you want to continue whining and moaning like a small West African boy. What are you talking about? You! Whining and moaning like a small boy instead of manning up and getting on with it. You know me? Yes. And you're still talking to me. Only just. You might turn into someone else. Something like what exactly? You define me already. Something like what? And know me absolutely. I haven't given you a definition. Absolutely, entirely and totally. Half of what Cassandra was saying was meant to be nonsense, if you're wondering. This is shocking, I must say. Who are you? That's what happens if you stick your finger in a socket, she said, in reply to him saying this is shocking. Someone who's waiting ever so patiently for you to do the same thing that you made me do. Ask a simple question 4 times. The bigger question is, who are you? That's a lie. You said, I'm from African. No, I didn't. You really do have reading and comprehension difficulties, don't you? Like you know me already, then why still talking to me? You might get an idea of where this is going now, ladies and gentlemen. And African is an adjective, not a noun. Life, she replied to him saying, like you know me already, is full of mysteries. Waiting to be unravelled, he observed. One of which is, how on earth did this conversation last for long enough to make an entire video? You've come across me before? I hope not. What's so special about this conversation when you know at the end it's a game and you know me already? Nothing. Just that liars like you make fun videos. Now, do you want to tell me who you really are? Or shall I guess? Telling you about myself is something you whites don't like. And then he made a racial slur, which I'm not going to repeat, but it started with black. Oh, we're getting racist now, are we? You call us. I'll call you if you want. And yes, I know that's not what he meant. I'm on free mode. Definitely you can't call me until I get subscription. So she tried calling him, but of course he couldn't answer. You still haven't answered me. But I knew you'd be too cowardly to answer. Answered what? Your racist slurs? No, definitely I will answer. You didn't answer. I tried to call, but you didn't answer. Because I'm on free mode. If I had data like, I will pick up. Too poor and too bad at scamming to even earn enough naira to have airtime. Poor little boy, who was so offended at being told he was from West Africa, diddums. You know all this. Why still talking to me? Because it makes a fun video, I already told you that. Just do like the others instead of calling me poor. Although I will have to take out your racist slur because it's deeply offensive to your fellow countrymen. But you are poor, too rubbish at scamming to even have enough naira for airtime. No, you called me poor. Did I choose this life? Yes, you chose to be a lying scammer. But you're thick, dim and stupid, so you can't succeed. If I had work as soon as I graduated from school, would I do this? Obviously, because you are thick, dim and stupid. Thank you for the insult, he replied. At least if you had work, you'd get paid, and you'd have money for airtime. You're very welcome, she said, in reply to him, thanking her for the insult. Definitely. I ran out of subscription. I'll get it later during the day. I doubt it. So are you satisfied now calling someone names when you know his real situation? And what about your mate? Will you top up his phone as well? Or do you share a phone? Bollocks, you wouldn't tell me about your real situation if your life depended on it. If I'd come to you with my name and everything, would you even look at me in the face? She said you'd have been a beggar. Instead you thought you'd try to steal money like a common thief. Why would I want to accept a friend request from someone young enough to be my son? Oh, because you wanted to beg. So you decided to pretend to be someone of my own age, so you could steal money instead of beg. And why would someone as rich as yourself keep wealth that you would definitely not go to the grave with, while others suffer? Now, that also is an interesting question, coming from someone from Nigeria. Nigeria, I believe, is one of the richest countries in Africa. But when I say that, of course, the rich in Nigeria are very rich. The poor, as we all know, the majority of people, are very poor. It's not people like Cassandra who are keeping the wealth from people like him. It's the rich people in his own country and the government. And if you live in Nigeria and you think that I'm wrong, please feel free to say so in the comments. Then, because it's on the Plan B script, you thought you'd accuse me of racism when it was you that used a fake photo of a mature man not from West Africa. Like I asked you. Grow up. I work hard, she said in reply to him saying all that stuff about her being rich. 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to keep the estate running. I provide full-time jobs for 5 people. Would you accept me and talk to me if I came to you asking for help? Who work? A concept you wouldn't understand. What do you want me to do? Sack them all so they don't have jobs? You really are a pathetic waste of oxygen, aren't you? No, definitely, because I don't have a job. If you came to me asking for a job and worked hard, but you just want to whine and moan and beg like a little boy, because you think the world owes you a living, it doesn't. You're a pathetic, lazy layabout. How do I come to you definitely when there's even hope for tomorrow? Please stop it. If I had a job right now, I will do it. Do you know how hard I work every day? If you really want to make something of your life, get off your pathetic, lazy ass and do something positive. And in reply to him saying, do you know how hard I work every day? She said you wouldn't know hard work if it smacked you in the face. You're just pathetic, failed hustler. I tried that. I saved up for shop to sell products. I got robbed. You're right. I failed. But not forever. Yes, that's how hard you work. You do F all. And so she then hit Google. Copied, sadly, an AI overview, which I don't usually believe in, of the seasonal worker visa scheme for UK workers. All effort I made for the past 7 years to get a job. All fail. Then she copied the link from the address bar from Indeed.com for farm jobs for overseas applicants. The link is all there if you look at it. She copied the Google result for Indeed. She copied the UK government result for seasonal worker visas. But those would require hard work and initiative, 2 things you lack. You definitely wouldn't help me. I just gave you the biggest hints and leads you're ever going to get. But you're too pathetic, lazy and entitled. I can't even pay for those tickets to the UK. OK, Cassandra. Can I ask you a question? Probably you shouldn't. OK then, what do you want since you don't want to help me get a job? I just gave you the biggest hints about getting a job that anyone anywhere will probably ever give you. Proper links to proper websites with real jobs. How dare you even say that? In reply to him telling her she didn't want to help him. Sorry, but over here they declined us from travelling. More excuses. But you're too lazy and too entitled to take the information on board. All you want to do is whine, moan and complain. You need to get off your backside and make it happen. Unless it's with your help directly to me. No, definitely. Cassandra, can I work on your farm? No. That's all you want to do, isn't it? Make pathetic excuses like the small West African boy you were so offended at being called. I'm an electrical engineer, and I'm a rocket scientist. Wow! Nice! Grow up. So what then do I do? Please! I'm ready to shut down this account right now. I send you a message with my real account. Did you get my message? Here we go again. Beg, whine, moan. What you do is grow up, grow a pair, and learn to act on your own initiative instead of expecting someone else to do everything for you, like a toddler needing mummy to wipe his ass. Now go away. OK then. Why all these words? Please block me and live your life. Goodbye. I wish you nothing but failure as a scammer, but hope you might grow a pair and learn to act on your own initiative. It's your life. Don't expect mummy or anyone else to do things for you. Wait! I've had enough of you. You're pathetic. Feel free to moan to yourself. Can I ask you a question? Last one. How do I get this link? Grow up and learn to use Google, said Cassandra, who'd sent him the screenshots, and if he read the first one, all he had to do was type out the link. He couldn't copy and paste it, but I don't think it would have been beyond him to type it, 1 letter at a time. I can't travel when I don't have an invitation or purpose of going there. In reply to him saying, how do I get this link? She said that's yet another indication of just how pathetic and ineffectual you are. I can't imagine many companies would even want to employ you. They need workers who can make their own decisions and act on their own initiative, not a small boy who needs to be told when to put his pants on. No, you're getting all wrong. Oh, no, I'm not. Didn't Mummy teach you how to be an independent man and make your own decisions? I'm sure she's very proud of the pathetic wimp she's raised. Not. Now toddle off back to Mummy like a good little boy. Goodbye, she said, and blocked him, which I'm sure you'll all be very grateful for. So that was the end of John Robert. I can't think of many closing comments, so I'll just say I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.